Self-doubt is something we all face, but it doesn't have to hold us back. With the right habits and mindset changes, you can overcome it and build lasting confidence. Stoicism, an ancient philosophy that focuses on resilience and inner strength, offers powerful tools to help. In this video, we'll explore simple yet effective tips for beating self-doubt and living with more confidence and peace. These Stoic-inspired steps will help you take control of your thoughts, see setbacks as opportunities for growth, and focus on what really matters. Let's get started. 1. Challenge negative. Self-talk, the battlefield of the mind, is often the most treacherous. It's where we encounter that relentless inner critic, whispering doubts and fears that can paralyze us. I'm not good enough. I'm going to fail. I don't deserve this. These negative self-talk statements, though silent, hold immense power. They are the seeds of self-doubt, eroding our confidence and hindering our potential. In the modern world, where comparison is constant and expectations are high, it's all too easy to fall prey to this inner critic. Social media, careers, relationships, all can become fertile ground for self-criticism. We compare our successes to others, berate ourselves for past mistakes, and worry endlessly about the uncertainties of the future. But what if there was a way to disarm this inner critic, to reclaim control of our thoughts and cultivate a sense of inner peace? This is where Stoicism, an ancient philosophy focused on developing resilience and tranquility, offers invaluable guidance. The Stoics believed that while we cannot control all external events, we can control our responses to them. Instead of being at the mercy of negative thoughts, we can choose to challenge and change them. At the heart of Stoicism lies the dichotomy of control, the distinction between what is within our power and what is not. Our thoughts, interpretations, and actions are within our control. The opinions of others, external events, and even our fleeting emotions are not. By applying this principle to negative self-talk, we empower ourselves. We recognize that while we cannot always prevent these thoughts from arising, we can refuse to let them dictate our reality. Instead of blindly accepting every thought, we can question its validity and usefulness. Challenge the inner critic. Whenever a negative thought surfaces, pause and ask yourself, is this thought true or just my inner critic speaking? If you find yourself thinking, I'll never succeed, counter it with, is there any evidence to support this? What challenges have I overcome in the past? What steps can I take today to move closer to my goals? Another Stoic technique is premeditatio malorum, or the premeditation of evils. This involves visualizing potential difficulties and setbacks, not to dwell on them, but to mentally prepare and develop coping strategies. By facing our fears head-on, we diminish their power and cultivate resilience. Challenging negative thoughts is not about denying reality, but about gaining a clearer perspective. By detaching from your inner critic, you gradually create space for greater confidence and authenticity. You'll no longer be held captive by unfounded fears and doubts, but instead, you'll be free to focus on what truly matters and live in alignment with your values. Remember, transforming your thought patterns takes time and effort. It requires patience, practice, and self-compassion. But every time you challenge a negative thought, you're taking a step towards greater inner freedom. Are you ready to silence your inner critic and embrace a more empowered mindset? 2. Focus on what you have achieved. In the grand tapestry of life, woven with threads of triumphs and setbacks, it's easy to get caught up in the loose ends, the unfulfilled ambitions, and the missed opportunities. The Stoics, those ancient philosophers who championed resilience and inner strength, offered a powerful antidote to this self-doubt. Focus on what you have achieved. In our modern world, where the pressure to succeed is relentless and comparison to others is just a click away, it's all too easy to fall into the trap of focusing on our shortcomings. We scroll through social media feeds, bombarded with images of seemingly perfect lives, and we measure ourselves against unrealistic standards. This constant comparison can breed a sense of inadequacy, fueling self-doubt and eroding our confidence. The Stoics, however, understood that true strength lies not in dwelling on our failures, but in recognizing and celebrating our accomplishments. They believed that by focusing on what we have achieved, no matter how small, we can cultivate a sense of self-efficacy and resilience that empowers us to overcome challenges and pursue our goals with renewed vigor. Picture a young artist struggling to gain recognition for her work. She may be tempted to compare herself to more established artists, feeling discouraged by their success and her own perceived lack thereof. But if she shifts her focus to her own journey, she might recall the countless hours she has spent honing her craft, the positive feedback she has received from friends and family, and the small victories she has achieved along the way. By acknowledging these accomplishments, she can rekindle her passion and find the motivation to continue pursuing her dreams. The Stoics believed that by cultivating a habit of focusing on our achievements, we can develop a mindset of gratitude and self-appreciation. This mindset, in turn, can help us to navigate life's challenges with greater equanimity and resilience. When we encounter setbacks, we can draw strength from our past successes, reminding ourselves that we have the ability to overcome adversity and achieve our goals. This simple act of cataloging your accomplishments can serve as a powerful reminder of your capabilities. It can be a source of inspiration and motivation when you're feeling discouraged or overwhelmed. Your list might include anything from academic achievements and professional milestones to personal accomplishments and acts of kindness. The key is to focus on what you have done, not what you haven't. On the journey of life, every step, no matter how small, contributes to the bigger picture of success. Cherish what you've accomplished, and from there, you'll find the strength to keep moving forward, overcome any challenge, and paint a brighter future. 3. Set realistic goals and expectations. Have you ever set goals so lofty that their sheer height cast a shadow of doubt over your abilities? In the pursuit of overcoming self-doubt, let's embrace the Stoic wisdom of setting realistic goals and expectations, where true success is cultivated through steady, intentional steps. In today's world, we're constantly bombarded with messages of overnight success and extraordinary achievements. It's easy to fall into the trap of setting unrealistic expectations, creating a cycle of disappointment and self-criticism. The Stoics, however, understood the importance of aligning our aspirations with our capabilities. Picture yourself attempting to scale a towering mountain without proper preparation or training. You might feel overwhelmed, exhausted, and even tempted to give up halfway. Similarly, setting goals beyond your current reach can leave you feeling overwhelmed and erode your self-confidence. The Stoics believed in focusing on what's within our control, our effort, our attitude, and our actions. They understood that true progress comes from setting goals that challenge us but are also achievable with dedication and perseverance. Reflect on your own experiences. Have you ever set a goal that felt like an insurmountable obstacle? Did you compare yourself to others and set unrealistic expectations for yourself? The Stoics offer a powerful antidote to the self-doubt that arises from unattainable goals. They encourage us to break down larger aspirations into smaller, manageable steps. By focusing on the process rather than solely on the end result, we cultivate a sense of agency and control. Imagine you're learning to play a musical instrument. Instead of aiming to perform a complex concerto on your first day, You start with simple scales and chords. Each small accomplishment fuels your motivation and reinforces your belief in your ability to learn and grow. Similarly, in any endeavor, setting realistic goals allows you to celebrate each milestone, building momentum and confidence along the way. Remember, the journey itself is just as important as the destination. In the same way, as we navigate life's challenges, setting realistic expectations allows us to embrace the inevitable setbacks and disappointments without succumbing to self-doubt. We learn to adapt, adjust, and persevere, knowing that true success lies in our unwavering commitment to growth and self-improvement. By setting realistic goals, you'll experience a surge of confidence and motivation. You'll no longer be haunted by the pursuit of perfection, but instead, you'll relish each step forward on your journey of personal development. So, let's take a moment to reflect. What is one realistic goal you can set for yourself this week? Share it in the comments below, and let's create a supportive community where we encourage and uplift each other on our paths to overcoming self-doubt and achieving genuine success. 4. Accept compliments graciously. Compliments can be a gift, yet we often find ourselves uncomfortable receiving them. On the path to building self-esteem, let's learn to embrace compliments as the deserved recognition of our efforts and accomplishments they are. In a society that values humility, deflecting praise can become second nature. However, this seemingly modest act can inadvertently reinforce feelings of self-doubt and prevent us from acknowledging our own worth. The Stoics, on the other hand, recognized the importance of accepting compliments graciously as a way to cultivate self-acceptance and inner strength. Imagine completing a project exceptionally well and receiving praise from a colleague. Instead of basking in the recognition, you downplay your achievements or attribute them to luck. This not only diminishes your value in their eyes, but also perpetuates your own self-doubts. The Stoics believed that true humility lies not in denying our accomplishments, but in recognizing them without arrogance or conceit. They understood that accepting compliments is not a sign of vanity, but rather an acknowledgement of our efforts and the positive impact we have on others. Reflect on your own experiences. Do you often deflect compliments or feel uncomfortable when praised? Do you believe that accepting compliments is a sign of arrogance or self-importance? The Stoics offer a simple yet powerful antidote to this self-deprecating tendency. They encourage us to accept compliments with grace and gratitude. When someone praises you, simply say, "Thank you," without feeling the need to explain or downplay your achievements. Consider the Stoic philosopher Seneca, who wrote, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more, that is poor." Seneca understood that true wealth lies not in external possessions, but in inner contentment and self-acceptance. By graciously accepting compliments, we acknowledge our own worth and cultivate a sense of abundance. Accepting compliments also strengthens our relationships with others. When we deflect praise, we inadvertently dismiss the giver's genuine appreciation. By accepting their compliments, we validate their observations and foster a sense of connection and mutual respect. Imagine a friend compliments your new haircut. Instead of brushing it off, you smile and say, "Thank you, I appreciate that." This simple act not only acknowledges your friend's kind words, but also reinforces your own positive self-image. The Stoics remind us that self-doubt often stems from a distorted perception of ourselves. By accepting compliments, we challenge these negative beliefs and create space for self-affirmation and growth. Remember, accepting compliments doesn't mean becoming arrogant or complacent. It simply means recognizing your own value and allowing yourself to receive the positive energy that others offer. So, the next time someone compliments you, resist the urge to deflect or downplay. Instead, take a deep breath, smile, and say thank you with sincerity. Allow yourself to feel the warmth of their appreciation and let it nourish your sense of self-worth. By embracing compliments, you not only honor the giver, but also strengthen your own self-belief. Remember, you are deserving of recognition and praise. Let's create a culture where we celebrate each other's achievements and cultivate a collective sense of self-worth. 5. Practice gratitude regularly. In a world that often focuses on what's lacking, the Stoics remind us of the transformative power of gratitude. It's a shift in perspective that can illuminate even the darkest corners of our lives, fostering a sense of contentment and self-worth that transcends material possessions or achievements. The Stoics believed that practicing gratitude is essential for cultivating a sense of inner peace and self-worth. By shifting our focus from what we lack to what we have, we create a mindset of abundance and contentment. Reflect on your own life. When was the last time you took a moment to appreciate the good things you have? Do you tend to dwell on what's missing rather than what's present? The Stoics offer a simple yet powerful practice to cultivate gratitude, keeping a gratitude journal. Each day, take a few moments to write down 3 things you're grateful for. These can be big things like health, family, or meaningful relationships, or smaller things like a delicious meal, a beautiful sunset, or a kind gesture from a stranger. The act of writing down these blessings forces you to actively acknowledge and appreciate them. It shifts your focus from negativity to positivity, reminding you of the abundance that already exists in your life. Consider the Stoic philosopher Epictetus, who was born into slavery and endured physical hardship. Despite his circumstances, he found solace in gratitude. He wrote, "He is a wise man who does not grieve for the things which he has not, but rejoices for those which he has." Epictetus understood that true happiness doesn't depend on external circumstances, but rather on our internal state of mind. By focusing on what we have, we cultivate a sense of contentment that transcends material possessions or achievements. Practicing gratitude also helps us reframe challenges and setbacks. Instead of dwelling on what went wrong, we can appreciate the lessons learned and the opportunities for growth. This resilience in the face of adversity is a hallmark of Stoic philosophy. Imagine you're facing a difficult situation at work. Instead of succumbing to self-doubt, you can practice gratitude for the opportunity to learn and develop new skills. This shift in perspective empowers you to approach challenges with a sense of optimism and determination. By cultivating gratitude, you'll not only appreciate what you have, but you'll also transform your outlook on life. You'll experience greater happiness, increased self-confidence, and a renewed ability to face challenges with resilience. So, let's start today. Grab a notebook or open a digital document and begin your gratitude journal. Write down 3 things you're grateful for right now. Share one of them in the comments below, and let's inspire each other to embrace the power of gratitude on our journeys to overcome self-doubt and live more fulfilling lives. 6. Surround yourself with supportive people. Amidst life's ups and downs, have you ever felt dragged down by the people around you, as if your dreams and aspirations were snuffed out before they could even take flight? If so, you're not alone. We've all experienced the feeling of being influenced by negativity and doubt from others. However, Stoic philosophy teaches us that we have the power to choose our environment, and the people we surround ourselves with can make a profound difference in our personal growth journey. Imagine your life as a garden. The people you choose to be around are the sunshine and rain that nourish your growth. Just as beautiful flowers struggle to bloom and thrive when planted next to poisonous weeds, surrounding yourself with negative people who don't believe in you or even intentionally put you down will gradually erode your confidence and motivation. In a world filled with competition and pressure, maintaining self-confidence can be a daunting task. Criticism, comparisons, and unrealistic standards can chip away at our self-belief, potentially leading us into a spiral of self-doubt and insecurity that prevents us from pursuing our passions and goals. Stoicism reminds us that while we can't fully control what others say or do, we can control how we react to it. We can choose to focus on positive relationships with people who support and believe in us. As Marcus Aurelius, a Roman emperor and renowned Stoic philosopher, wrote in his Meditations, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." If we constantly surround ourselves with negative people, negative thoughts will inevitably creep into our minds. Conversely, if we surround ourselves with positive, inspiring, and motivating individuals, we're more likely to develop a positive and optimistic mindset. Seneca, another Stoic philosopher, also emphasized the importance of choosing your environment, stating, "Associate with people who are likely to improve you." If you spend time with people who make you feel inadequate, unintelligent, or unsuccessful, your confidence will suffer. Instead, seek out those who encourage you to grow and become the best version of yourself. So, how can we surround ourselves with supportive people? First, actively seek out and nurture relationships with positive individuals. These could be friends, colleagues, family members, or even new acquaintances. Look for people who share your values and goals, who inspire and motivate you. Second, learn to limit your exposure to people who consistently bring negative energy or make you doubt yourself. This doesn't mean you have to cut them out of your life completely, but try to spend less time with them and focus on more positive relationships. Remember that building a positive environment is an ongoing process. You need to actively choose who you spend time with and continuously nurture those relationships. When you surround yourself with supportive people, you'll feel your confidence and inner strength grow. You'll no longer fear challenges or setbacks because you'll know you have people who believe in and support you. 7. Avoid procrastination. In today's fast-paced world, procrastination has become a common ailment, a silent thief that steals not only our time, but also our self-confidence and potential. We find ourselves easily distracted, postponing important tasks for the allure of social media or the comfort of another episode. However, as the Stoic philosopher Seneca wisely observed, while we are postponing, life speeds by. The anxiety and self-doubt that creep in as deadlines loom large are all too familiar. Procrastination doesn't just create time pressure, it erodes our self-belief, trapping us in a cycle of negativity where each delay fuels further doubt and makes it even harder to start. Stoicism, an ancient philosophy centered on cultivating mental and moral strength, offers valuable tools to combat procrastination. It teaches us to focus on what's within our control, our actions, rather than the outcomes. Instead of worrying about what might happen, we should concentrate on taking small steps in the present moment. The Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius exemplifies this principle. Despite his immense power and responsibilities, he prioritized his mental well-being, rising early each day to journal and reflect. He didn't let his busy schedule become an excuse to postpone his personal growth. So, how can we apply these Stoic principles to our lives and overcome procrastination? Prioritize and focus. Start by listing your tasks and prioritizing them based on importance and urgency. This provides clarity and allows you to focus on the most critical tasks first. Avoid multitasking, as it can decrease efficiency and increase errors. Instead, dedicate your full attention to one task at a time. Take action. When you feel stuck or tempted to procrastinate, take immediate action, no matter how small. The hardest part is often starting, But once you begin, momentum builds. Remember, Stoicism emphasizes action over inaction. Embrace failure. Failure is an inevitable part of life. Instead of fearing it, view it as an opportunity for growth and learning. Even the most successful individuals have faced setbacks on their journey. Reward yourself. Celebrate your accomplishments, no matter how small. Positive reinforcement helps maintain motivation and a positive outlook. By overcoming procrastination, you'll experience a sense of liberation, confidence, and accomplishment. You'll discover your true potential and realize that you can achieve more than you ever thought possible. Remember, every small step you take today can lead to significant progress tomorrow. Let's create a community of individuals committed to overcoming procrastination and embracing a life of action and fulfillment. Share your experiences and strategies, and let's support each other on this journey. Remember, you're not alone in this fight against procrastination. Together, we can conquer it and achieve our goals. 8. Practice mindfulness. In the pursuit of self-confidence and overcoming self-doubt, we often find ourselves entangled in a web of negative thoughts. We question our abilities, compare ourselves to others, and worry about potential failures. These thoughts can become overwhelming, leaving us feeling powerless and lost. However, the ancient philosophy of Stoicism, combined with the practice of mindfulness, offers a powerful solution to navigate these challenges. Mindfulness, within the Stoic context, goes beyond simply being present in the moment. It is the ability to observe our thoughts and emotions objectively, without judgment. When we practice mindfulness, we don't try to suppress or deny our self-doubts. Instead, we learn to recognize them, understand their origins, and accept their presence as a natural part of the human experience. Imagine sitting by a river, watching leaves float downstream. Some leaves may get caught on rocks, while others flow smoothly past. Similarly, when practicing mindfulness, we learn to observe our thoughts as leaves floating on the river of our mind. We don't try to cling to them or push them away, but simply acknowledge their presence. When a self-doubting thought arises, instead of letting it pull you into a spiral of negativity, try to step back and observe it. Ask yourself, is this a rational thought or just an unfounded fear? Is this thought serving me in any way, or is it hindering me? By asking these questions, we can begin to detach ourselves from our thoughts and gain a more objective perspective. Mindfulness helps us recognize these thoughts and redirect our attention back to what we can control. For example, if you're feeling anxious about an upcoming presentation, instead of focusing on how others will judge you, focus on preparing thoroughly and practicing your delivery. By focusing on what you can control, you'll feel more confident and less affected by self-doubt. Meditation is a valuable tool for developing mindfulness. By taking time each day to sit quietly and observe our breath, we can train our ability to focus and observe our thoughts and emotions without getting carried away by them. When starting out, you may find it difficult to concentrate and your mind may wander. This is perfectly normal. Don't criticize yourself. Gently bring your attention back to your breath each time you notice your mind wandering. With time and persistence, you'll see your focus and mindfulness improve. In conclusion, mindfulness is a powerful tool for overcoming self-doubt and cultivating a resilient mind. By learning to observe our thoughts and emotions objectively, accepting what we cannot control, and practicing meditation regularly, we can develop the ability to face life's challenges with calmness and confidence. Remember, the journey to overcoming self-doubt is an ongoing process. Don't be discouraged if you don't see results immediately. Be patient with yourself and continue to practice mindfulness each day. Over time, you'll notice a positive shift in how you think and feel about yourself. 9. Be prepared for setbacks. How do you react when things don't go your way? Do you feel crushed, overwhelmed, or motivated to try again? Setbacks are inevitable, and how we respond to them can define our personal growth. In the Stoic philosophy, one of the key teachings is that failure is not something to fear, but something to embrace. Stoicism teaches that setbacks are not roadblocks, but opportunities to strengthen our character and sharpen our resolve. This is a crucial concept in overcoming self-doubt and building resilience. Every setback is not the end of the road. It's a detour that guides us toward a stronger version of ourselves. In today's world, the pressure to succeed quickly and flawlessly is overwhelming. We see curated success stories on social media with little room for the realities of failure and struggle. This constant comparison can fuel self-doubt and lead us to see setbacks as personal failures when in fact they are universal and necessary for growth. The Stoic philosophers like Seneca and Marcus Aurelius taught that setbacks should be expected and even welcomed, as they provide a chance for inner growth and understanding. Take the example of Marcus Aurelius, a Roman emperor and one of the most famous Stoic philosophers. In his lifetime, he faced numerous personal and political setbacks, from military defeats to the loss of loved ones. Yet, in his meditations, he constantly reminds himself that these obstacles are opportunities to practice patience, resilience, and wisdom. He believed that our power lies not in controlling external events, but in how we respond to them. In his words, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." This is the essence of reframing setbacks, to view them as opportunities rather than barriers. In modern life, the same principle applies. Whether you're facing a career setback, a failed relationship, or a personal project that didn't go as planned, Stoicism encourages us to shift our mindset. Instead of letting failure feed our self-doubt, we can reframe it as a valuable learning experience. When you encounter a setback, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? By focusing on the lessons rather than the loss, you are actively shifting from a defeatist mindset to one of growth and empowerment. Stoicism is not about suppressing emotion or pretending that failures don't hurt. It's about acknowledging that setbacks are part of the human experience and learning to see them as tools for improvement. What if you saw every failure not as a sign of weakness, but as a stepping stone toward success? How many opportunities for growth might you have missed because of a fear of failure? The Stoic perspective pushes us to see setbacks as an integral part of the journey, not as moments of shame or inadequacy. When we accept setbacks, we strip them of their power to undermine us. In fact, every failure can become a lesson in resilience, teaching us patience, adaptability, and perseverance. By embracing setbacks, you free yourself from the crushing pressure of perfectionism. You'll find that each failure makes you stronger, more capable, and more confident. Over time, you'll start to realize that setbacks aren't the end. They're just the beginning of something better. 10th, practice assertiveness. In the pursuit of overcoming self-doubt and cultivating genuine self-confidence, the practice of assertiveness emerges as a cornerstone. It's more than just speaking your mind. It's about embodying a profound respect for your own worth and values. When you stand up for your opinions, needs, and boundaries, you're not just expressing yourself, you're building a fortress of self-assurance and self-esteem. In today's world, where external pressures and expectations can easily overwhelm us, asserting oneself can be a challenge. We might fear disapproval, rejection, or conflict. However, it's crucial to remember that your voice matters and you deserve to be heard. Silencing yourself or compromising excessively can breed resentment, erode self-worth, and lead to decisions that don't align with your true desires. True assertiveness isn't about aggression or disrespect. It's the ability to express yourself clearly, honestly, and with consideration for others. An assertive individual can advocate for their viewpoint without belittling or attacking others. They actively listen to differing opinions, but aren't afraid to say no when necessary. Imagine the surge of confidence when you politely decline an unreasonable request, or the sense of pride when you articulate your ideas with clarity and conviction. Assertiveness empowers you to take ownership of your life, making choices that resonate with your values and aspirations. Cultivating assertiveness is a journey, and it starts with small steps. Begin by voicing your opinion in a meeting or expressing your needs in a calm yet firm manner. If direct confrontation feels uncomfortable, try writing an email or a message to convey your thoughts. As you practice, you'll notice a gradual increase in your self-assurance. Expressing yourself will become more natural, and you'll no longer shy away from standing up for what you believe in. Stoic philosophy offers valuable insights into developing assertiveness. Stoicism teaches us to focus on what's within our control, including our thoughts and actions. We can't control how others react, but we can control how we present ourselves. Remember, advocating for yourself isn't selfish. It's an act of self-love and self-respect. When you're assertive, you send a clear message that you value yourself and deserve to be treated fairly. Whether it's setting boundaries with a friend, negotiating a raise at work, or simply expressing your preference in a social setting, assertiveness empowers you to live authentically and navigate life's challenges with confidence. It's about recognizing your inherent worth and refusing to settle for anything less than the respect you deserve. Embrace the journey of assertiveness. Start today by identifying one small step you can take to express yourself more confidently. 11. Keep moving forward. Self-doubt can be a silent force, creeping into our thoughts and decisions before we even realize it. It's that nagging voice in the back of your mind, questioning your abilities and convincing you to stay in your comfort zone. But why does self-doubt have such power over us? The truth is, overcoming it doesn't require grand gestures or bold moves. It's often the simple act of moving forward, taking small, intentional steps that dismantles that doubt. By focusing on the next step rather than the entire journey, you allow progress to quietly replace your insecurities. Our fast-paced, hyper-connected lives often fuel our self-doubt, feeding our need for comparison and perfection. We see others' successes and start doubting whether we can achieve the same, leading to inaction. This Stoic belief encourages us to embrace action, no matter how small, as a way of countering our doubts. The simple truth is that forward movement, any movement, challenges the paralysis of self-doubt and shifts our focus from fear to control. Perfectionism is often the hidden driver of inaction, keeping us frozen in fear of making mistakes. But what if, instead of aiming for perfection, you celebrated progress? The Stoics teach us that success is not measured by grand achievements, but by consistent small steps. For instance, starting a project, sending an important email, or even beginning a new routine might seem minor, but these actions build momentum. By breaking larger goals into manageable tasks and celebrating each completed step, you steadily diminish the power of doubt and build resilience in the face of adversity. As you continue taking small steps, you'll find that confidence replaces doubt more easily over time. Each action builds on the last, forming a chain of progress that empowers you to keep going even when the road seems long. The Stoic principle of focusing on what is in your control allows us to recognize that self-doubt doesn't disappear in an instant. It fades as we continue to act. Every small goal achieved is a victory over hesitation. Now think about the next small step you can take toward overcoming self-doubt. Whether it's tackling a long postponed task or simply shifting your mindset, the important thing is to act. Share your action with others, commit to it, and celebrate every victory, no matter how small. In doing so, you'll create a cycle of growth that not only diminishes your doubt, but also sets you on a path of lasting confidence and success. 12. Seek professional help, if necessary. Have you ever felt trapped in an endless cycle of self-doubt? Sometimes, the feeling of inadequacy becomes so overwhelming that it prevents you from moving forward, paralyzing your life. In these moments, simply relying on self-motivation or applying Stoic principles may not be enough. Stoicism teaches us that controlling our thoughts and emotions is key to living a peaceful life. However, when self-doubt takes over and starts affecting your daily life, it's time to consider seeking help from a therapist or coach. In today's world, we face constant pressure from work, society, family, and even ourselves. Stoicism emphasizes that we should focus on what we can control and not let external factors dictate our inner peace. But when self-doubt becomes overwhelming, it clouds our ability to apply this self-control. At that point, seeking professional help is not a sign of weakness. Rather, it's a crucial step in caring for your mental health. It allows you to gain a more objective perspective, break mental barriers, and unlock new levels of self-confidence and personal growth. A great example of this is Marcus Aurelius, the renowned Roman emperor and one of the most famous Stoics. He wasn't afraid to seek advice from other philosophers and experts in areas where he lacked knowledge. This shows that even the strongest individuals need guidance when facing challenges. Seeking help doesn't diminish your worth. In fact, it strengthens you. If you're feeling trapped in a cycle of self-doubt that's becoming harder to shake, it may be time to consult with a therapist or a coach. These professionals can equip you with the tools you need to better understand yourself and take meaningful steps to overcome self-doubt. The most important thing is to act now, before doubt continues to hold you back. Seeking professional help is not just a way to ease your self-doubt. It's a path to becoming the best version of yourself. After getting the right support, you'll likely see your confidence return, along with a newfound sense of peace. You'll experience immediate relief as you break free from the negative thought patterns and regain control over your emotions. The cornerstone of Stoicism. Start with a small but important step. Reach out for help, and you'll be amazed at the positive changes it can bring to your life. You don't have to walk this road alone. Share your story and embark on the journey to overcoming self-doubt with professional support. This is one of the most powerful and courageous things you can do. Overcoming self-doubt isn't about erasing it from your life. It's about learning to manage it and not letting it control you. By applying these 12 simple Stoic-inspired tips, you can start breaking free from the cycle of doubt and begin embracing a life filled with more confidence, resilience, and inner peace. If you found this video helpful, please comment 1 below, share your thoughts, and don't forget to subscribe for more content on Stoicism and personal growth. Thanks for watching.